Lindsay here again with a layout for Cardstock Warehouse. Today I am using a bunch of the blues that are available. So the ones that I have pulled out, and these are not in specific order. If you go to the blog post that I'll have linked down below, you can click on the different colors to get the specific colors. But I am using the turquoise color plan, the Tabriz color plan, Iris, Cerio, Cobalt color plan, Royal Blue, and Dark Blue. And I just wanted to use a bunch of these beautiful blue colors so that I could kind of create like an ombre effect. So I was inspired by one of the Paige Evan papers from her Wonders collection, and it has, I set it off to the side, but I think I'll bring it back in. It has like a blue kind of ombre effect, and I really liked the colors of that paper, but I didn't want to use the whole paper, so I decided to kind of use the colors and create my own kind of background pattern. So I'm going to take, I cut all of these strips of paper into, I think, 2 by 3. And now I'm just marking the midpoint of each side. And I'm going to do this with one and then create a template. And then I'm going to connect each one of the dots that I made so that I can create this diamond shape. And I don't know why, but I was totally set on diamonds. I was not going to do any other shape. I wanted to do this shape. So I traced that on there, and I'm going to cut down each one of the sides. I'm not going to make you watch me do all of these because it took probably like 5 minutes to do. But I'm just going to use one as my template and just keep going and cut all of the colors down. So now they're magically done, and I am going to start playing around with my little triangles or diamonds here. So you can see over on the right hand side there, that paper that I'm using as my inspiration, and trying to figure out how to get all of these kind of positioned correctly. And I think I do end up taking out one color because 2 of the colors were so similar. Do I? Maybe I don't. I know I was thinking about it. I think it's one of these 2. I end up taking them out because they're so close in color that I was having some problems. Or maybe I already took one out. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to play around with a bunch of different kind of designs here. I thought maybe, and I'm sorry you can't see the bottom, I was playing around with the like off-cut triangles to see if I could come up with like a different pattern down at the bottom, and I choose not to use those. And I am liking kind of this layout here. So I'm just trying to figure out like how to do this, right? Because they're diamonds, they don't go completely straight, and so I'm just trying to figure out the best way of doing this and adhere everything down. I was gonna stitch around them and decide not to do that. So then anyway, I started sticking everything down. I pulled it all up because I was a little frustrated with it, and I decided to start over, and I started at the top and had one diamond going the right way that I wanted it to, and then I'm going to go through and position everything off of that. And every one of the like designs I come up with are perfectly fine, but they aren't exactly what I was looking for. So I'm just going to keep playing around here. And I could have cut some of this out. I actually did cut some of this out. I'm not going to lie. I played a little bit off camera because I kind of knew what I wanted in my head, and I just didn't know how to do it. So I was, playing around with it. So I'm just sticking everything down, and I think I'm only doing a little line of glue in the center of each one, just in case I change my mind again, I can pull it up a little bit easier. And I'm liking how this looks. I was thinking about stitching through each like line, but then I chose not to do that. Instead, I'm going to use a white gel pen and do some faux stitching. So it's not like completely 100% correct, but it is pretty close. I'm happy with the way it turned out. So I was just practicing that kind of outlining to see what I wanted. And so I'm going to do a combination of things. And the white gel pen I use is the Uniball Signo. And I love this gel pen. It's the only one I'll use. And I'm doing a like double sketchy line border around some of them. And then I'm doing like a faux stitching border around other ones. And I feel like I've been so like out of it lately. I kept moving off screen and forgetting where my camera was, so I apologize for that, but I think for the most part you don't miss too much that's off screen. And I'm absolutely loving how this is turning out. Like, I love that background. I sent a picture of it to Christy and I was just super excited about it. I was still thinking about using that Wonders paper to kind of create layers underneath the photo I end up using, but I don't even think I end up doing that. Oh, excuse me. It's time for me to go back to work for the weekend, and my sleep's all messed up, so my body's very confused at what is happening right now. But there you go. I finished all of that and I really like that little added detail. I think that added a lot to it. It really makes the blues pop. So I'm going to do a picture of my son here and just trying to decide which one. And this is just an adorable picture of him in his car seat when he was little, and he's wearing all blue. So I thought, hey, why not? We'll just go monochromatic here. So I'm going to use that photo. I'm going to put some, layer it up on some white cardstock since I cut down the edges. And then I'm also going to put a layer of floral pattern paper behind it. And that is also from Paige Evans. I believe it's from her Wonders collection. And I'm just going to cut that down and then start working on some clusters. So I decided just kind of put my photo right there and I'm going to stick it down. I'm popping it up on some foam here. I'm just going to stick it down right away and then work on my clusters from there. So I didn't really think about where I was putting it. It is a little crooked, which I wanted, and yeah. So I'm going to go through this die cut pack from Paige Evans Wonder and pull out all of the blue flowers. And there is a lot to choose from, so and they match the colors perfectly. So if you're looking for some great cardstock, I highly recommend the colors that I'm using here, and they go with a lot of collections, but especially the flowers in this collection. And so I'm just layering up all these different blues. I pull out that little bird that I'm going to add as well, and some leaves. And I'm just going to kind of, move this stuff around. So like I said, there's going to be a blog post for this layout. For Cardstock Warehouse, there's always a blog post. So I have a link down to the blog below so you can check everything out. And there's direct links to all of the products that I used, so it's easier to find them if you are looking for a specific one that I used. And I just love the paper so much, especially these new cereal colors. Oh, they are stunning. Like, the color play and colors are as well, but the cereal cardstock is this, like, well, you're all probably paper people, right? So it's like you want to touch this paper. It's beautiful, it's velvety, and it's fantastic, and the color is so vibrant. So I highly, highly recommend this cereal paper. The color plan paper has a little bit of texture to it, and it's very sturdy and thick, and it's perfect for using for cut files. So I love that as well. So just, check out whatever, they have every color. So whatever color you're looking for, I'm sure you can find something. And they also have some great multi-packs too in the shop. So you can kind of try out a bunch of different colors and see what you really like. So Now I'm just adhering everything down, sticking some things up on some foam just to give some dimension. I added that little sticker that says smiles all around because he really was a smiley kid after he got over the colic, which lasted probably like his first 6 weeks. I swear he did not stop screaming. And then after that, he was a pretty happy kid. So just working on my clusters some more here, and then I'm going to try to figure out what my title is. And I struggled a little bit with it because I couldn't think of what I wanted to say. So I'm actually thinking about it now as I'm adding these little gold hearts around. And just trying to decide, what can I title this? And I'm going to end up picking So Handsome. And I'm using some gold. Since I brought in those little gold hearts, I thought that the gold thickers would be really a good choice. Or do I go with black? Now I can't remember. Now I'm questioning myself. No, I definitely go with gold because I use these two gold. So I don't remember what collection these thickers that I'm using here are from, but I love this font so much. I wish they would come out with this font in like a bunch of colors, or at least like white and black and gold and silver. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to use this for the word handsome, and I wanted to be sure that it was straight, so that's why I pulled out the T-square ruler. And then just these little letters for the so, and then that's going to be the end of my layout. So like I said, head to the link below, check out the blog post. There's also a link directly to the shop, so if you know what you want, you can head straight there. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!